Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and I hope you are all okay on that side of the screen. And here we are with another solution to create a media server on our Android TV box. Now I'll be using the Yugo's AM6, which is one of the latest Android TV boxes that I've seen with AM Logic S922X, which is a really nice sock. I will leave a link down below for the review. And this is one of those boxes that the power that it has, it's a shame that we don't use it to its full potential. So as a media server, besides being a great media player, we will take more advantage of a Android TV box like this one, or if you have another model, you will be able to try it as well. Now I'll be recording with my big camera to show you my Android TV box right over here, and also my screen, so that I can share with you guys a few things. Now first things first, let's take a look at the Android TV box. The app that we will need to install is the Emby server for Android, and for that I will leave a link down below so that you guys can go directly download it and install on Android TV box. Once you install this APK, you just need to start it once, and even if the power fails and your machine reboots for some reason, once it reboots, the server will reboot automatically, so don't worry about that. The only thing that I would suggest is that you keep a fixed IP on your Android TV box. Go to the configure settings and then configure a fixed IP so that you can access your Android TV box within other devices like computers, tablet, phones, and so on and so forth, so that you can configure your server without touching the Android TV box, which might be in a place like on a living room where you don't have a keyboard and so on and so forth, and it's not very friendly. In case you want to configure on your Android TV box, you have a shortcut right over here. If we press open browser, it will open the player page, but I can go to the dashboard interface and then select any settings that I want to change on my server. Now, one more thing that I would like to share is that since I've been using the Emby server on this machine, I've also been monitoring the CPU usage, the temperature, and everything else. You know how this works here on the channel. We try everything that we can. And one thing that I must say is that I'm actually impressed with the performance of this sock. I've tried, if I'm not mistaken, on my Apple TV, on my NVIDIA Shield, on an iPad, on iPhone, on an Android tablet, which is the Mi Pad 2. I've also tried on several browsers and so on and so forth, and the machine behaves really well. The only thing that will make the Android TV box get a little bit more taxed in terms of CPU will be the transcode, and that will happen especially when we go outside our network, and if we need to use it on our phone, then it will tax the CPU a little bit more. So I would say that comfortably we will be able to use two devices outside our home. Inside our home we can use about 5 or 6 or 7, no issues at all, unless we don't have a powerful network. We need a powerful network, especially if we have high bitrate files or movies that we want to play on our several devices. So this is a great setup, and as you can see on screen, the machine at this moment using 50% with 40 degrees Celsius, which is really nice. Now that being said, guys, let's go to this screen right over here on my computer, and what we can see right over here is the dashboard of the Emby server. Now it will give me basic information, basically the internal IP address, my external IP address, which is okay, no issues right over here, my active devices. Actually I can press right over here, show you that I've used on several Firefox, on Chrome, on MBcon. By the way, a tip right over here is that Emby will ask for a payment if we use several mobile apps on iPad and so on and so forth, and a payment is to use like Plex Pass. Here it's the Emby Premier. And one thing to go around that is if we use Kodi, then we just need to install an add-on called MBcon, and using that add-on you will be able to have on your Android TV box or any other device that we can install Kodi in a very friendly manner. It will access to your network and you will be able to use without having to pay for Emby Premier Pass. But this will depend on our choice. Just need to check out Emby prices and so on and so forth, if it's worth it for you or not. But that's one of the tips that I wanted to give you. Now I also tried, as I said, on iPad, iPhone, Apple TV, NVIDIA Shield TV, and so on and so forth, on the Yugo's AM6 as a player as well. So works really nice. One more thing that I would like to share with you, because there is a lot of information right over here which is not important to you guys at this moment. It's only important when you start messing around with your own box, and then you will have the time to check out every single of these settings. Nonetheless, if you still have any question, leave them down below and I'll answer as best and as fast as I can. Now, one more thing that I would like to show is regarding the library, because and before we go to the library, if I go to my LAN access, it will open the player on the library. Now at this moment I've got two libraries right over here, and basically this is my old library, and this is a copy with just a few movies, as you can see right over here, just a couple of movies, and it will work as a regular library. If I press play, for example, right now on one of these movies that are in progress, actually we will do a test right over here where I will play that movie and you guys will check out right over here live how the performance it is. And if we take a look, it jumped from 75 to 85%, but it will reduce once the movie is playing back and so on and so forth. So nothing special, and we can use 2, 3, 4, 5 devices on the same network without any issues. I've done that test and no problem at all. Really happy, not only with the performance of the CPU, but the box in general. As you can see, it went down to 17-16% of the CPU usage, 30. So it's just on that beginning when we start the movie that it will tax a little bit more the CPU, and then after that no worries at all. Now let's get back to the screen and I will put this down. And what I wanted to show you right now is regarding the library. As I was saying, I've got two libraries right over here, and one of them is a network storage solution that I've got, and the other one is a storage connected to the Android TV box. Now we have several ways of doing this. One of the ways that we can do to save money, to save, I don't know, space, whatever, is to connect to our Android TV box, which has already the capacity, like this one here, the Yugos AM6, to centralize and be used as a file server, and at this moment be used as a media server. So I just need to attach a bigger storage right over here, 3 or 4 or 5, 6 terabytes, I don't know, as many as we want, and then fill it in with movies, and after that we can serve to all the other devices that we use. The other option is to use just the Android TV box and then grab from a source. In this particular case, I just wanted to show you that we have at least these two solutions. If we go to manage our library, you will see that I've got on Samba, on a network called Multimedia, on a folder Multimedia, movies in Portuguese, and then new. And if we go back, we will see that this one right over here is directly mounted on the Android TV box. And basically this is it, guys. So we just need to install the Emby server, start it on our Android TV box, and then that is it. Decide if we want to use a USB type storage, or if we want to use a network storage. After that we can install Emby on the devices that we want to propagate our media, and that is it. We can start watching a movie right over here on the office and then finish it up later on the bedroom or on the living room, and it's just great. Now this is not the first time that we approach this. I've done a few tutorials with Kodi doing exactly the same thing, centralizing our multimedia in one place so that we can start a series or a movie, and then when we go to another device we start exactly where we stopped, like it happens with Netflix and similar services, but with our own library. Guys, hopefully this video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget that usual thumbs up. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.